Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about how we can automate Cisco device inventory with Python and specifically using Netmiko, TextFSM, and Pandas. Okay, so let me go ahead and explain this code line by line so we understand what each code or what each line does. So in this line we are importing the connect handler. Connect handler is actually a factory function from the Netmiko library. And in this line, we are importing pandas as PD, the alias. And here, devices is a list of dictionaries, right? So we have two dictionaries, and each dictionary is composed of key value pair. So this one is a key, and this one is the value. And all these are, it's actually a string, and this one is a string also, and so on and so forth. So two dictionaries in a list, and that list is assigned to a variable called devices. Okay, and in this line we have a list, empty list called all outputs, and we are defining this empty list because we are appending the output of each device to this list. Okay, and here in this for loop we are iterating over the list, which is devices, right? And each item in the list is a dictionary, and here we are just saying that this is the outer loop, and we are connecting to the device, which is this one and this one. Okay, here we are just accessing the value of the key host. Okay, that's what this part here is doing. And here, this is where we unpack the dictionary or each dictionary, and could be this one or it could be this one. And we are assigning the result of this expression to a variable called con, and con is also a object, and in that object we call the send command method, and we pass the show inventory, and we say that use text FSM is true. So we are using text FSM. Okay, and we assign the result of the expression to a variable called output, and we disconnect from the SSH connection. And here in this inner loop, each item in the output list. So output is actually a list of dictionaries, and we can verify that by saying, let's see, we can print that, and we will run that. I mean, we can see that later when we run the code. Okay, and here, item is actually equivalent to each dictionary, right? That's why we get, I mean, we have this syntax where we get the value of the name key, right? And then we say that it's from this device. That's what this inner loop or print statement is doing. And we have this line here, which is basically saying that we are adding a key, which is device, and we are assigning the host or the value of the host key, which is this and this. That's what this line is doing. And we append the list into the variable called all outputs, right? This is the empty list earlier. And we are calling the append method on that. And we pass the item list, okay? And I'm just curious here. Let me go ahead and say type item. See what's the type of this object. And here we are just saying that the total items collected is the list, I mean the length of the list. And then here we are just converting the list into a data frame, which is just a tabular data or just a table. And then we print the data frame, and then we export the data frame into Excel file called device inventory, and index false, meaning we're not using the index column or index rows. Okay, so let me go ahead and run this code. So here, yeah, it's a list of dictionary, right? And here is a dict. This is actually a dictionary. The item here is a dictionary. I mean, the variable item is equals to each of the dictionary in the output dictionary, or list rather. And let me see if I can, because it's not really pretty to look at. So let me see if I can say output from, no, that's not what I want. Printing output. Printing output variable. Okay. And here we're going to say printing type of item. Type of item. Yeah, we want to verify the type of the variable item, which we know that it's actually a dictionary. Let me go ahead and may actually remove the other print statements just for the output to not be so cluttered. Okay, so yeah, it's the item is a dictionary. So we can say that because of this. And also, what else? This one. So printing output variable. So output is a list of dictionaries here. And again, printing type of item. Yeah, it's a dictionary. All right, so item is equivalent to each dictionary in the output list. That's what's happening. Let me remove those print statements and run the code again. Okay, so we see this print statement. So outer loop connecting to this device, and then inner loop item, which is this chassis from this device. So this is telling us that each device will go through the outer loop and inner loop, and each item is appended to the list. And here we see that there's 13 items in the list, and we converted the list into data frame, and that's why we're able to export that data frame into Excel, which is this file here. Okay, so that's how you can automate Cisco device inventory or network device inventory with Python, Netmiko, TextFSM, and Pandas. Okay, so hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.